So the title of the video is provocative at best. I mean, how can an English club dominate Welsh football? But much like Swansea City, Wrexham, Cardiff City, Newport and Merthyr, can't forget them, being clubs based in Wales that compete in the English football pyramid, there is a team based in Shropshire that competes in the Welsh pyramid, and they do rather well for themselves, having just won a domestic treble. They are the New Saints, and this is their story. TNS, or to give them their full name, I'll apologise for this in advance, the New Saints of Oswestry and Llansantffraid Football Club. Sorry, the only Gaelic I speak is Irish and I don't even speak it that well. They are a Welsh football club based in Oswestry in Shropshire near the Welsh border. TNS is the story of two clubs. The more prominent in Welsh football is Llansantffraid Football Club, representing its local town. And if you think I'm going to pronounce the whole name of it, you've got another thing coming. They achieved promotion to the League of Wales in 1992 before the league was rebranded the Cymru Premier. In 1996, the club had won the Welsh Cup, qualifying them for Europe. The club became sponsored by computer company Total Network Solutions, which became the club's name a year later in 1997, hence TNS. But because of that sponsorship, UEFA dubbed the club by those initials TNS to comply with its regulations, such as why Red Bull Salzburg is just called Salzburg and Rasenballsport Leipzig is just RB Leipzig. TNS, interestingly enough, became the first team in the entire United Kingdom to rebrand themselves after a sponsor. Hence, they'll be dancing in the streets of Total Network Solution, as Jeff Stelling used to say. It was in 2003 when Total Network Solutions merged with the English-based club Oswestry Town. Although Oswestry had been playing in the Welsh League system since 1993, historically they had been a non-league team in the Cheshire County League, then the Southern League, and eventually the Northern Premier League. Oswestry Town were, like TNS, playing in the League of Wales before the merger and were the more financially stable team. The merger, once ratified in August of 2003, would see TNS eventually move out of the recreation ground in Llansantffraid to the newly redeveloped Park Hall, the former home of Oswestry Town. Following the merger, the club proved to be more financially stable and won their first double, winning the Cymru Premier and Welsh Cup in the 04-05 season. However, the sponsor, Total Network Solutions, was bought by British Telecoms in 2006, meaning that their title sponsorship lapsed. The club then allegedly attempted to sell its naming rights on eBay. However, it was agreed that the initials TNS would remain and become the New Saints. The club's record currently standing at a record-setting 17 Cymru Premier or League of Wales titles, 10 Welsh Cups, that's the Welsh FA Cup, not to be confused with a record 11-time Welsh League Cup champions. And that brings us back to this season, where the club added that 17th league title, that 10th Welsh FA Cup, and the 11th Welsh League Cup. Although it's not their first domestic treble, that last one of theirs came in 2015-2016, and this is actually the club's third domestic treble in its history, which is unmatched in Welsh football. The New Saints had historically never qualified for the main European competition, always being knocked out in the qualification stages for the Champions League, Europa League, and even the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup going that far back. However, in the 24-25 season, they appeared in Europe for the first time in the league phase of the UEFA Conference League, winning only one game against Kazakhstan-based club Astana. They did not play their home games at Park Hall, instead playing at League One Shrewsbury Town's New Meadow. Since the dawn of the millennium, TNS have won all but one of their league titles, because the 99-2000 season, where they won their first league title, technically doesn't count because the millennium starts in 2001, but they have won 16 of their 17 league titles in this millennium, having only finished outside the top three once, and that was in the 2000-2001 season within this millennium, where they finished 8th. The new Saints are indeed a club based in England that dominates Welsh football, and that, if you're a TNS supporter, is something worth dancing in the streets about.